welcome back. I'm Elise, this is Jem, and we're playing
Dream Daddy.
And we're at a very exciting point in the playthrough because we're going on our third date with Damien. Now this isn't going to be the end of the Let's Play, but I feel like this is the end of Jaleesa's canon. Like this is our creator-approved canon of Jaleesa's story as far as the first installment of Dream Daddy goes. Maybe they'll introduce a second game, who knows. After this we're probably going to go back into an alternate universe with Matt, and hell, who knows, if we really just can't get over Dream Daddy, we might go back and play through some more dates with the other dads. Are you ready?
I'm not ready to say goodbye. I'm ready to say hello to Damien.
It's been a hot minute since we've seen our gothbae, so let's get started. Okay.
Sorry, I'm trying to make myself look good. I buttoned my shirt up for Damien.
Yeah. Alright, ready to message?
Yes.
You know what they say about third dates? They get pretty serious. Are you sure that this is your dream daddy? Yes! Yes, 1,000 times yes! I'm sure.
I can't commit. Oh, they're not mutually exclusive ideas though, are they?
God.
Eat a lot of broccoli.
Remember to call us once in a while. Yes, Dad.
My father is hard of hearing, so I tend to not call him. Ever since we had that picnic in the graveyard.
Oh my god, that was amazing.
Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together.
Oh, have they?
I feel like we're talking to Amanda, like, you know, my friend Damien and I.
It's like How I Met Your Mother. Together. It's like, kids, this is a story of how I met your second father. Second daddy.
We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. I feel like that's a weird kind of slang for something that I'm not aware of.
No, Damien's a chase soul.
He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insisted we only communicate by post.
Oh, my heart.
Instead of through Dad Book. I initially protested, but he gave me one of his old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. I got a signet ring from a boyfriend one time. It was the anarchy symbol.
Hanging out with that goth dad again? You know his name, Amanda. He's your new father.
Yeah, you just called him Dad, so please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes.
Yes. Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power.
Surely we can revoke the invitation at some point to test this. Yes, Amanda. I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse.
That's the fanfiction we all want.
Be right back. I'm going to go write that down.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, sweetie.
Turn into a bat.
I may have dressed up for gothbae.
Yeah, I'm trying to be like a bit soft romantic 90s new wave goth-ish. Maybe that's my 80s. Yeah.
I don't think...
What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? Wow, Amanda.
Well, okay, I'm off.
Are you taking the car or are you flying off into the night on the leathery wings of a bat?
Get over it. One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die?
Aww.
That would be great.
I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right?
That's my girl. It's okay because Matt has volunteered as tribute to be Amanda's new parent should something happen to Jaleesa.
Yeah, that's true.
Damien and I walk along the water's edge chatting. Damien's cloak. He hates it when people call it
That's right,
cape.
you're learning, Jaleesa.
Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. This is going to seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black?
We've only just asked this now.
It's not even true.
Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. That's his idol.
I really feel like going into a spiel about subgenres and pastels and the role of white neon and...
Yeah.
However, I also want to talk about the fact that not all cultures use black to symbolise death.
That's very true. Well, that's why we have a lot of like white goth stuff, especially in Asian cultures. But anyway.
I have another question.
Go ahead.
How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something?
I've experienced several losses over the course of my life, and I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. I'm already getting the feels. It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I am going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us.
Sunrise, sunset, sunrise, sunset. Doesn't that make you feel scared?
Not at all. Without the advances of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions.
Nothing like a party.
Yes. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to take elaborately staged photographs of their dead relatives. Those are actually creepy as fuck.
I love them.
Do you?
Love the online... To any archivists out there who spend time putting those photographs and portraits on the internet, I personally thank you.
Thank you.
I
You're
enjoy
doing a great service.
scrolling through those pictures.
The minutiae of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now, we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. Jalise much? We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. Oh my god, this is just what we need in our life to move on. So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think is a noble existence. Let's save mourning for the dead. So fucking in love. Like, I'm in lust with a lot of the other dads, but I'm in love with Damien.
That's how we know he's our dream.
Yeah.
Death! Oh, sorry, no.
Just me? No?
Just a rock. Just a death-shaped rock. Ellipsis. Wow, that's beautiful. I can see the moonlight in the bay glint off Damien's eyes.
Dreamy.
He smiles. We turn into the harbour and watch ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air. I look to Damien again and I can't help but be entranced by his charm. No, he's actually working his enchantment.
But he's doing the glamour.
His mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating.
Same though.
I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so.
I'm so sorry, I have to take this. No, Lucian! There's another fucking call to the principal.
Damien steps away from me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
There's an emergency.
Lucian.
No, thankfully.
Oh no.
But I must take my leave.
I'm actually more worried about
Yeah.
it, not Lucian. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help?
Dads do have to stick together, that's right.
You know it.
Then come. There isn't time to waste. Where are we going?
Ooh, after a short drive in silence, we arrive at a rundown building on the outskirts of town.
We're like ghost hunting?
Ghost hunting? Where are we?
It's better if I just show you.
Ah!
This is so good. This doesn't look run down. This looks like an office.
No, it looks pretty run down to me. It looks drab. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone at the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're so nondescript, I'm still unsure of what kind of place this even is.
Wait here for a moment.
Matching couples tattoos. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. This is really dystopian, but look, there's some animal cages.
Yes.
We're in a
distant howls.
We're in a abandoned veterinary facility. Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching sound like claws on tile. So excited right now. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up the chain link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff the air.
Is this a rescue place?
Maybe the phone call was to say that the dog had gotten loose and they've come down to some really dingy Maple Bay pound to
Looks like a pound,
retrieve their papa. have I gotten myself into? Suddenly the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breathing getting heavier and heavier.
This is getting tense.
Damien! The lights finally turn back on.
Oh. Hey, sailor. What's she doing here?
This is a strange ambush. Mary, what are you doing here?
You aren't here for the fight club?
It's better not be an underground actual dog fighting ring.
Oh, it's a dog fighting ring. That's awful.
I will legit be
mad. Unless we're here to stop it.
Yeah.
I don't want to get punched in the face.
I hope Mary's
joking. Oh, sorry. I read your part. Great, because this is an animal shelter. Okay, she was joking. Edgy sense of humour.
Oh, what?
We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? Mary works at this shelter.
I hope so. She's got to put it in there
her
somewhere.
and Damien are BFFs, and she's the one that called. Well, because Rob found that stray doggo too.
True, the Boston Terrier.
Yeah.
These things we remember.
Important.
Oh, sorry, I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter.
Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. That's right, Julie. Stop judging her.
I'm sure it's a big box.
Dames, you hear this baloney? Dames! They are best friends! Yes!
Oh, I thought she was talking to, like, the dogs.
The Great Danes in the shelter.
Not the Great Danes, just the female dogs.
Oh,
the
right,
bitches,
Dame.
Just
one moment.
Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows I see... Oh my god. Damien!
Hello, my name is Damien.
I had this momentary flash that perhaps Damien was going to, like, Frankenstein a dog that had been in an accident.
No, not a chimera.
There was a thunderclap and it was a little bit...
That's just his dramatic entrance sound.
I have a fan theory.
He's getting out of his fancy clothes when he's about to work with dogs.
Of course.
That makes sense. He's preserving his clothes. Does that mean he works here?
Having been a veterinary nurse, I can absolutely understand why you want to change out of his
Does that mean he
clothes.
works here if he's got the...
Yeah, he works here or volunteers here.
That's wonderful. Hey.
It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian era
There's a little
clothing,
sweat.
no makeup.
I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you are goth as you want to be, baby.
Yeah, just because you have a day job, unlike
shock
Jalees.
horror. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. Ah. Oh, look at that little pouty face. I want to love him. I wear tennis shoes to work. I listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions.
That is my dream date right there.
And I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time.
Beautiful.
I love him.
He is perfect.
I'm boring.
No,
baby. No. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle. That much is true. It's just not all that I am. And I need you to know that. That is fine. We all have layers. I'm not dressed like a goth 24. Like, I have a day job too. And I have other interests. You're not, Jen. She's like Julie. She just wanders around the cul-de-sac. I'm just one of the many dads on her dad book that she hits up when she's bored.
Pretty much.
Look at Mary's sass eyebrow.
She love him.
Hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that needs attending to.
We have to press on the poppers.
Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia! I bet Damien named that.
She's in trouble.
Again.
I actually have also adopted a member of the royal family. I have a princess living in my home.
She does. Who's Duchess Cordelia?
That's my question.
I'm getting too excited. I'm sorry.
Who is Duchess Cordelia?
She's one of the pups. Gets out all the time. She somehow learned how to open doors and now she's unstoppable.
Literally.
When did she get out?
Like the hounds from hell.
This morning. I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats. And when I came back, she had already bolted.
So Mary's got at least one thing that she shares in common
with Joseph.
With her weird husband.
I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. Of course.
Where could she be?
She always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map.
In the cemetery with Robert and a candlestick.
Yeah.
Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form.
She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people.
Actual fact. Why would anyone joke about this? What?
You're a perfect little peach, Jalise. She warming up to us. We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold.
Oh.
I'll grab some treats and we can hit the
I
road.
bet she's in the cemetery. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us.
Ooh,
look at
aquarium,
that.
shelter, bayside. Oh, look at her drawings.
The coffee spoon. This is the entire
Mary's
freaking...
sick pad. Yeah. Nerd's
Nerd's
house.
house.
Is that our house?
This is
Coffee Dad. Kale. Mario Batali.
So Kale and a barbell. That would
Oh,
be.
that's Craig.
Craig.
Mario Batali, maybe.
Hugo?
Oh, well, he's the chef, the big dude, so I'm thinking he's...
Yeah, but wasn't...
the Nerd's house, I think, is Hugo.
Dames.
Smalls is in Rob Smalls, an alcohol bottle. Yeah, so that's...
Oh, well done.
God, Brian's house.
Can we just draw attention just for a second to
Soccer field.
north, east, south and west, and west and east
Shit.
have been crossed over and redrawn in and shit. I mean,
How do you remember north,
the
east, south
ocean
and
or
west?
whatever, north, east, never eat soggy wheat
Perfect,
flakes.
same. That's an Australian thing. You're welcome. Look at the little cat face.
Oh my god.
I
this
love
map.
you, Mary.
I wish
The ocean or whatever.
I wish we'd have this map at the start of the game.
Yeah. Go.
Oh, I mean, I'm Nerd's house?
At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? Ooh.
Softball
Well,
field.
what's closest to us?
We've not been
The
to the
aquarium?
Oh, true. Oh my god. Oh, I'm so excited.
I must admit, we go through the aquarium with Hugo. So it was quite a good date.
How dare you? How
I told you I played his
dare
route.
you? You're not meant to talk about your other dates.
I'm not meant to talk about my other dad's sonar, sorry.
Damien and I exit the parking lot and start driving towards town. I look over to him. He seems concerned. Shouldn't be too hard to find the Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup.
Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby.
We won millions of dollars.
It was a really great year for Bark, Bark, Bark.
Oh, I see.
I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Jalise? This will be easy. Gotta stay positive. Abandon all hope. Year here, enter here.
Gotta stay positive.
Yeah.
It's a popper.
My dad once told me, Jalise...
Jalise, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged, but I kept a positive attitude. And you know what? I made it happen.
Ew.
It might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity, but on that day I learned that anything is possible if you have good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. Jalise, you missed the point on this one.
Young children really are resilient, I suppose.
Oh, that's
He's
some
thinking
filler.
of you as a child.
Yes, young children. I was 16.
At least he's not sharing that with Damien. Or Dames.
Dames.
Let's just hope for the best.
We got this.
I think before we get looking and get into the next part of our Find the Missing Doggo quest, we might wrap it up here. That means you'll just have to come back and watch the next episode. I'm so
Will
excited.
we find the Duchess?
I'm so thrilled to see another side of Damien, as much as I love his goth Victorian persona.
Hello, a shelter carer.
I know, dreamy AF.
There's only one step higher than goth super bae, and that is animal welfare advocate.
Alright, well thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. We'll see you in the next video.
Unless I leave.